Are we ready to run? Okay. My name is Jimmy Panetta, and I've been asked to just say a few words as to why I think we're here. First of all, let me say good morning. Thank you for coming out. Thank God for the rain. Thank God it stopped. But thank you all. Thanks to all of you for being here. Thank you for your support, and thank you for running this race to honor our fallen. Let me just say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, we run this race today because there are those who served and sacrificed in the past. We run this race today to substantiate our obligation to our veterans in the future. We run this race today because there are people who served. And that's what this country's about. We know this. Our founding fathers laid out so clearly in our Constitution that this is a nation based on we the people. So guess what? It's left up to we the people to serve. It's left up to we the people to serve and to secure our constitutional rights and protect our freedoms. That's why for over 238 years, men and women have ran forward to the front lines to fight, to bleed, and yes, to die. From Bunker Hill to Gettysburg. From San Juan Hill to the Ardennes. From Normandy to Iwo Jima. From Pork Chop Hill to Hamburger Hill. From Kuwait City to Panama City. And from Fallujah to Kandahar. American warriors have put on the uniform, put their lives on the line, and yes, paid that ultimate price to protect the principles of our Constitution. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that there's going to be technological advances in warfare, from drones to smart bombs to cyber warfare, but it will always, always come down to the men and the women who fly the planes, who sail the ships, and who carry the rifles. It's going to come down to the 1% of this nation that serves, that sacrifices, so that our principles of our Constitution, the words of our forefathers, will never be forgotten, and that they will always be fulfilled. That's why we're here today. That's why we run today, because we have an obligation to our veterans. That obligation has long been ingrained in our country. Ever since President Lincoln said in his second inaugural address, let us strive to bind up the wounds of our nation and to care for the soldier who has borne the battle, and for his widow and for his orphan. Ladies and gentlemen, this country strives to care for our veterans. But let me tell you, right here in Monterey County, we fulfill that obligation. We fulfill that obligation. And it must be because of the rich military history here. Starting in 1846, when Commodore John Sloat planted the American flag right over there at the Custom House. To the men, the brave and the bold, men and women here at Fort Ord that trained on this same ground that we're going to run on today. To our brightest and best of the military who are studying over here at MPS and DLI. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Monterey County, we not only appreciate that obligation, we accept that obligation to our veterans. That's why we're here today. We run today because those who have served and sacrificed. We run today because we want the veterans there at the Veterans Transition Center to stand up and run their own race of life. We run today. We run today because we want our veterans and their families to be buried and interred in our home at the new Central Coast Veterans Cemetery in 2016. We run today not to mourn our fallen, but to celebrate that the legacy they have left us is the country and the community we live in. We run today, ladies and gentlemen, because there are those who have served, those who have sacrificed for this country, this community, and our compelling principles of our Constitution, of this democracy that is of, by, and for the people. That is why we run today. Thank you. Have a great run.